1,000 thoughts jounced in my head violently in the blink of an eye. I was not sure whether I'd live to tell the story or not. It was a lukewarm Sunday morning in the spring of 2017. Church started at 9 o'clock that morning, meaning that my family was up early to get ready. Shortly after getting ready, my parents informed me and my siblings that they would no longer be taking us to church that morning. Due to this sudden change of events, my older brother, Austin, was required to take me to my destination. Me and him got into his recently bought 2014 Chevy Cruze and got on the road. It was about a 40-minute drive between our house and the church. There was nothing out of the ordinary about this trip, for we had taken this road innumerable times as kids and semi-frequently after he got his license. As we turned onto Kentucky Route 63 headed towards Tompkinsville, we decided to turn on the radio and listen to some music. What's important to note about this road is that it's a long, straight stretch through the middle of nowhere, with sparse houses and scattered back roads. There isn't much in the terms of help if something was to go wrong. We were making good headway going down the road at about 60 miles an hour. What happened next, I will never forget. The radio stopped playing music, and as I looked over, I gazed in amazement at the disturbing image it displayed, which was nothing. Suddenly, I heard a disturbance coming from my brother. I look over to my left at the driver's seat and see him pulling, or at least trying to pull, the steering wheel as hard as he can to the left. As I gaze back at the road, my brain is attempting to process what will happen next. We were sent flying off the road at a little over 60 miles an hour. My side of the car crashed into the ditch as the airbags deployed. Due to the newer model of the car, there were side airbags that deployed along the windows. They were sent barreling out, not stopping for the contact against my head nor against my shoulder. I immediately felt a sharp pain in my arm, but was not able to fully understand what was happening due to the stun of the airbag against my head. As we jarred against the ditch again, something was different this time. We were up at an angle, almost as if we were driving on the edge of the ditch. As I look forward, there is a back road meeting our main road. If things continued on as they were going, we were going to make a head-on collision with the dirt and concrete of the back road. This could be a possibly fatal accident unless things drastically changed. I braced for impact, but then something strange happened. We went careening left, shooting up out of the ditch and onto the road and rolling to a stop, even though the wheel was seemingly stuck. After getting off the road, we examined ourselves to make sure everything was okay. After checking my arm to make sure that everything was in working order, I looked up to see my brother pulling me into a hug. Immediately after, I feel the urge to look back at the side of the wreck, and immediately I see the mess of a ditch, as well as the miraculous shift in movement that pulled us up out of it. Immediately, I felt lucky and joyful. Sure, I was scared, but it dwindled in comparison to the absolute relief and joy I felt of still being alive. In that moment, I realized that life is important and that it can change in the blink of an eye. Ever since that day, I've learned to live life to the fullest and to love like there was no tomorrow.